morning, stock traders, and welcome back to Stock Traders Talk Radio. I'm your host, Stock Sumo. Thanks for joining us on another magnificent Monday. Today's November 5th, 2012. Let's get ready to rock as we look through the markets. So open up your charts, turn on those scanners, and fire up your trading accounts. Joining us on today's show is Haas.
Good morning, Stock Sumo. For some reason, I was expecting you to sound a little different this morning, considering you just got married over the weekend. Congrats.
Thanks, buddy.
You still sound the same. You're still my favorite morning show host. What does that sound?
Awesome. It's now it's official. It's Mr. Stock Sumo.
Good stuff, man. We were talking about the wedding before. It sounds like you had a good time.
Oh, it was unbelievable, incredible.
Good deal. So
got
what do you got
Apple.
for the honeymoon?
I just want to get right into stocks. I don't want to talk about Sumo's marriage or honeymoons or anything like that because I'm gonna have years and years to talk about that stuff. Let's talk about stocks.
You're not going to want to talk about it in your Sumo. All right, stocks. What are you eyeing this week, bro?
Well, I love Apple. You know how we always love Apple. It got crushed, hit hard last week, end of week. They took it down to like 570, and this morning it's gapping up. It's at 585. I'm gonna be watching for that to continue to rebound and make its way up towards the 600 range and higher.
Cool. Just Apple? Just Apple?
Oh, we got stocks on the scanner, but I'll let you take it away because we only got about 2 minutes before the bell. What were those hotties from last week that you want to talk about today?
All right, sounds good. Actually, first thing I'm going to talk about is, stocks we've been talking about pretty much every day for the last couple of weeks, considering this group of stocks has been super hot. Medical cannabis plays. Just press release out, putting some dates in different states that have some ballots with different types of issues and regulations involving medical cannabis. So I'm just on the Hemp iHub page here. Looking at the press release, but I'm sure you can go to any medical marijuana stock and find the same press. November 6th, 2012. That's when the presidential elections and most of these ballots are getting voted on related to medical marijuana and different types of policies in 13 states, according to this press release here. So I encourage you to go check that out. Again, it's actually pretty detailed. If you scroll down to the bottom of the press release, it shows all the states and different types of issues and whatnot within each state. So it's a pretty good read if you're into the medical marijuana plays like we have been. Things have been absolute beasts. And what's the date today? Is it the 5th today? Yeah, it's the 5th today. So these votes coming up within a day here. So definitely going to want to keep an eye on these stocks today and tomorrow for sure into these different types of votes and whatnot. As far as the market's going to open in like a minute, just for some stocks with some news this morning, RTXB, go check that out. That one's been starting to put out some filings. I'm assuming they're going to get more juicy news in the near future here. IFHR, SDSS, EFIR, 000 Lotto stock, SRGE, that one's been super hot. I think they declared a shareholder dividend this morning, so you might want to go check that out. Big mining company that's been real hot lately. VLNX, PVSP, HBRM, GDSM, TEWS, all also put out news this morning. Those are the ones I could catch before we started the show, and the market is open. So let's go check out some level 2 screens here, see if we can find any hot runners out of the gates. Looks like Hemp's not screaming out of the gates there.
Wow.
Right here at 13. What do you got?
WNYN continuing its trek along at 14.5 cents now.
I forgot that one. Where did you catch this one at?
We caught this on the scanner at 016 or 018-ish.
Oh, wow.
Thursday, we saw it blow up in volume. We caught it. It had traded about 1 million shares when we first caught it. and it just had a huge rally Thursday and Friday. Was trading some big volume, and again, you're seeing it continue today. It's already up to 15 cents.
Yeah. So, did we ever figure out what's going on with this one?
It was a promo play. Remember how I caught it
Yep.
in the newsletters, but it was an unpaid tout. So the newsletters that were covering this were not compensated.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't even think I got a an email on this, and I'm signed up to pretty much everything. So you must have one that I'm apparently not signed up for.
You know, that one guy that goes by the Psycho?
I'm guessing it went to my spam folder.
Possibly.
Very likely. Got 300
G
emails in there.
GBGM. I've seen some promos on this one. That's Global Gaming. George Michael. It's up 97% on a million shares. 1.5 million. It's at 014 right now.
Jeez, so many. Clearing out the
W
spam folder on my emails here. Got to.
AMBS. There's another one that's been beasting that we caught on the scanner mid
Hey.
late last week.
Yeah, AMBS has been a beast, if I do say so. I think they filed for a orphan drug status last week, and I think we were looking at it at about 005, 006 around that time. And brought on the show, said it was heating up and that it could do its little thing in the bio world, and it has. And that's just where, people get super hyped and super unreasonable as far as what a stock should be valued at. And the stock just starts going crazy. And that's what we're seeing over the last couple of days into today even. So this thing could easily not be done. It could keep going forever. Seen some major runs from sub penny land to 20, 30 cents, 40 cents on some of these bio plays with different clinical trials or devices, as long as they keep dilution to a minimum. Wicked. Looks like hemp is going to go green here. Let's pull up the scanner here. Looks like NTEK, NTEK, moving up the scanner up 18%. I believe this one is on promotion this week, so keep that in mind. About 9 million shares traded so far. Let's pull that one up on level 2 here in a second. EMWW has been kind of creeping up a little bit. Looks like it's starting off the day green as well. Yeah, we're going to have to go pull up SRGE. I have a feeling that one's going to do pretty well today. MYRY is getting a lot of action for whatever reason. All right, let's go pull these guys up. MYRY, only 280,000 shares traded so far, but it looks like they're stacking 3 cent support. Closed Friday at 2.3 cents. Up 56% so far. Let's see what else we got. Let's pull up SRGE. 0087 by 0089 right now, 12.5%. We got 009s up, hitting 5 million shares traded. Again, I think they put out press related to a dividend and this general company update this morning, so go check that out. Cinco Minas Mining, man.
That was trading some good pre-market volume.
Yeah, this one is it's an interesting one. Good revenues. The first profitable quarter this last quarter, buyout rumors. Actually have a mining property that they've put into production. But again, this is Pennyland. It's hard for people to believe, even when the numbers look good. And tech here. MJNA moving into the green, 13-1 by 13-2. Again, we got those elections tomorrow, presidential, and also various ballots related to states. their policies regarding medical marijuana. Moving, moving. It's a million volume on MJNA already. Let's pull up NTech quick. NTech pulling back a little bit. Pretty big volume, 16 million in volume. Looks like they put out some press too. Again, this one's on promotion. I would like to see a little bit more bid support, and it looks like they're stacking the 005 ask area right now with a few market makers that I don't particularly like. So I don't like the level 2 screen on this one at all.
On the big board scanner, you got Groupon making a little move today. It's up 4%. Last traded at $3.98. That's GRPN. Groupon. F Cell. Fuel Cell Energy. That's ticker FCEL. Trading up 20% here today. Last at a $1.09.
See what we got here. Man, EFIR. Thing just is not quite diluting. I think there's a lot of shares out there. Doesn't even move on any good news. Big P Fighter Creek. Ooh, pull it up for me, would you? There we go.
I think the Northeast is expecting another nor'eastern storm come middle
Yeah.
of the week.
Yep. No, I feel you on that.
There's still a lot of people recovering from that last storm. Sandy really wiped a lot of people out, and it's been tough getting back going at full steam again.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be getting some snow here pretty quick. Actually, it rained last night, which is kind of odd. I woke up and pretty wet out there.
I was getting some snow last night, actually. It started to snow for the first time.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's getting chilly up here.
Yeah.
Bonanza Gold hitting my
Bonds.
scanner.
Bonds.
Bonds.
Just trucking upward again, huh?
It's up 5%, traded a 250,000 shares. I like seeing stocks inch up on light volume.
You know what I don't remember on bonds is that many market makers on the level 2 screen.
Oh, level two is looking good, eh?
Uh, I mean, it's looking okay. You got a couple on 3.7, a couple on 3.5 bid support, but I just meant as far as the total number of market makers on there. It makes you think
Mm-hmm.
that, some of those bigger promos, we see tons of market makers on both the bid and the ask side. Just something to note, I guess.
Great Wall Builders. That was one from my scanner from Friday that I put in a watch list this morning. Looks like it's continuing its uptrend here. It's up almost 30%, traded about 5 million shares. Last at 0148. Nice bid support there on the level 2. Offers look pretty thin. That's a good looking level 2 if I do say so myself. A little bit of resistance there at 015, 300,000.
I do like that. Can't remember who ran this one. I think it was a bigger group. Some big fat orders going through at the ask, though, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, look at that big ass slap. Nice. Just broke the high of day there. Nice big bidders there at 015, over a million shares on the bid. 15 grand in buying, waiting there at 015. Looks like they're going to take it a little bit higher here. I like catching things on the scanner on a Friday. You catch these momentum plays that are trading big volume and are making a nice move. Chances are they can continue that run into the beginning of the week, just like we're seeing with this GWBU. That great volume coming through this GWBU. We're up to 6.2 million in volume. And she's just hit a new high day. 017's up.
Man, GDSM is dead. She's burnt out for a little while.
Looks like that GBGM is continuing to push up. It was around 013 or 014 when we were talking about it here this morning. Said it was on a promotion. I got some text message alerts this morning on it on my cell phone. And now it's at 0165 by 017, up 146% on just under 4.5 million shares. Looks like there's a little bit of resistance there at 017. You got two market makers up there for 100,000 each. Bid support is decent with 90,000 on the bid by ATDF at 0165.
One that I kind of saw creeping a little recently is LYJN, Lyric Jeans Inc. Not a whole lot of volume right now, but they did put out some press this morning related to Jimi Hendrix, celebrated at Bloomingdale's with Lyric Culture line launch, Legacy catalog, and Ultimate Lyric book signing. They haven't put out news in a long time, so it makes me think that they're gearing up to put out some more press and updates and whatnot. This one moves pretty easy on low volume down here, but it's been promoted a couple times in the past. Something also to keep in mind. But an interesting one at current prices. Demand have been showing a little bit of accumulation here and there.
How cool is that? PWEI is doing a forward split.
Yeah, I saw that. That's you don't see that too often. Sometimes the stocks respond pretty favorably. Sometimes they don't. But how's she doing today?
Let's see here.
PWEID, I believe it is. Yeah, it looks like 116,000 shares traded, and considering they put the D on the end of the stock, it doesn't show percent changes. I don't even know what it closed out on Friday.
And I like seeing a forward split, though. I think
Mm-hmm.
there should be a nice move following that share change once you see the reflection in the share change. That thing's been on such a roller coaster of a ride, that PWEI. Definitely a good trading stock.
Yeah, that's a big promotion in effect. I don't think we haven't had a day under $1 million traded since October 9th. Before that, it was $0 volume, man. I'm looking at it on Media Manda here. It's wicked. This is weird though. Did it I think they already did the split, dude. Was it like 2-1? I'm gonna go check it
I
here.
think it was 3-1.
Well, if it's 3-1, it's doing well today because it looks like it closed at $1.04 on Friday, November 2nd. Let's go find out. Looks like they're gonna change the symbol. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, D, of course.
Here's an interesting looking little level two B cap. That was one that I saw on the scanner from Friday. Had a nice little move in the past. It's had some decent runs from like the trip 6 to 0012 range. And I just pulled up the level 2 on B cap. That's Baron Cap Enterprise Inc. Got some good bid support at 7, and the offer looks pretty thin at 0008. So definitely gonna keep a watch on that one.
Yeah, it was a 3-1 split. Good call. Which puts the theoretical close on Friday at like 34, 35 cents. So it's doing well today.
BBDA was another one from that watch list of the stocks off the scanner from Friday. And I'll tell you what, that scanner doesn't fail that often. When I catch these things, they usually do pretty well. BBDA, I got to pull up a chart on this thing because we had a nice consolidation after that big run that we saw last time, and it's starting to perk its head back up. Just broke the high of day here, but I want to point out on the chart the moving averages, which I think it just broke. I was looking at this chart over the weekend. Okay, you got the 20 and 100-day moving average, both at 0065 and 0066. So we just broke above that today. Now it's hitting 0073s. The next key resistance is going to come at that 50-day moving average, which is sitting at 0086. And we've seen these things run hard before. BBDA has been a good play in the past. We followed it earlier this year, watched it go from triple O land all the way up to 0199, and it's had that consolidation, but it held above the 200-day moving average. And just for the past few trading sessions, we've seen it get some green candles, and the volume isn't too high either right now. It's only traded about 3 million shares, so decent volume, light volume. It's moving up 14% here today. Definitely want to keep it on watch.
EXPU. We caught this one about in the mid trips. It's getting accumulated, and I think a listener brought it to us again last Friday because it was heating up pretty well. And the last couple of days, it's done really, really well. EXPU. This one was hanging down 0002, 0003 for a long time. It's just been slowly getting accumulated on up on not a whole lot of news or anything like that, but 0013 by 0014 this morning up another 16.7%. Got 2 million on the bid there. 0013 got about 500,000 at 0014 ask. 14.8 million shares traded so far. EXPU.
Wow, WNYN up another 56.5% today, last at 18.5.
Ooh, she busted. She was holding there for a little while. I quit looking at her. EXPU 0015 is up on the ask now. Let's see here. WNIN. Yeah, that's a sick move.
Wow. Yeah, that's got to go on the record book for one of our definitely bigger gainers. I mean, we catch these 10 baggers here every once in a while. It's not all that often that we see them go up 1,000%, but every now and then we'll find them. You know, we're used to seeing the 2 or 3 baggers. We catch those pretty frequently, but when you catch a nice 10 bagger, that's always great.
Yeah, that's not easy to do within like 2 days.
Yeah, usually these things take, 2 weeks to 2 months to turn into a 10 bagger, but we've seen that in the past. But this one, unbelievable, just a beast.
EXPU trying to test these 0015s here. 0014 bid sport looks like it's getting whacked out here.
Man, where's that toilet bowl flush when you need it? NTEK. Kadoosh.
Hold on, hold on. I still haven't found it on my my thing. We might have to
Looks like a classic.
You gotta be kidding me. Who the hell told us to
oh, that was
buy
my
that piece of shit?
Gotta love it. Cop's back. Cop's back.
He's back.
I thought that was yours playing for a little while. So I stopped it. I can't find the toilet flush on my my soundboard, man. This is crazy. Very, very disappointing. Very disappointing.
Looks like the classic gap and trap, you know? They opened this thing up around 005, and then the dumpers came out.
Yeah, it was definitely on promotion. It was and so far not a very good one. So pretty disappointing.
Yeah, you got the sumo slammer, and then you got the sumo splatter. I'm not going to get into details. I'll let you figure it out. So there's one good and one bad. That one looks like a splatter to me. Well, in this little bit of time we've been watching PWEI this morning, we've seen it go from about 45 cents all the way up to 60 cents. Looking good. Nice little flip there on that forward split news.
MYRY is still doing pretty well here. Let's pull that one back up. 3.5 by 3.94 cents looks like. 3.95 is the high day. Got 100,000 on the ass there at 3.94. About 50,000 on bid support at 3.5 cents. Almost 18 shares traded, 71.7%.
Looks like there's some key resistance there at 4 and 405. You got two market makers at the 4 cent mark, and then you got four market makers at the 0405 mark. So that's going to be a key resistance just based on what I'm seeing on this level too. PWEID breaking through the high a day here, 61 cents, click clacking, rat-a-tat-tat.
Yeah, that's nuts. She's a moving.
Looks like BBDA stalled out here at the high. They ran into some resistance here at 0074. You got a couple million shares on the ass. Looks like over 3 million shares on the offer at 0074. Looks like it's going to pull back. BBDA thick on the offer, thin on the bid. I like to see it the opposite way. I like to see the bid thick and the offer thin. So should see a little pullback here based on this resistance unless they take some big buys, come in and take that offer out.
SRGE, massive orders going through at the high day at 0098. Going to test 1 cent mark here. Up 22.5%, 14 million shares traded so far today. 0095 by 0098 spread right now.
That thing's been a nice, slow, steady gainer these past few trading sessions, right? It's been making some good moves.
Yeah. I mean, it had the massive move a month back or so. Definitely were talking about it then, and then it kind of pulled back quite a bit and kind of hung out. But yeah, it's been creeping up. It's had several green days in a row, I believe. And today it's looking like it wants to move back into Pennyland here. We'll see if we can trap this.
Wow! Yeah, there's a little bit of resistance there at that penny mark. You got 2, 4, 6 market makers there. One of them showing 2 million size offer there at 01. Getting some substantial size buys in here. 500,000 just went through at 0099. Let's see if they can't break that resistance at 01. Good bidders just popping up there at the 0098 mark. Looks good.
Man, I just soaking some shares at 0099.
Yeah.
Wow.
CBIS, Cannabis Sciences, moving up a little bit today, up 10%. Last at 0496. Traded 430,000 shares. Let's see how the level 2 looks on this guy.
He is just getting pounded and he is not budging.
Oh, look at that bid on the CBIS at 4.5 cents. They got him stacked up thick on the bid at 4.5. Nice support there. And the offers look relatively thin. That's a good looking makeup on the level 2. Well, We made it to the 10 o'clock mark. It's a Monday. A little bit slow. There are a couple winners out there. WNYN, GWBU, GBGM, EXPU,
SRGE.
SRGE.
Man,
What do you say we call it a day, my man?
I agree with you. We'll head out here. Have a safe trading day, folks. SRGE. I don't know what Knight's issue is. I think he soaked like 4 million shares at 0099. It's kind of funny without showing.
And in case you're tuning in late to the show, don't get it strange, don't get it twisted. I may have a sexy voice, but I'm no longer on the market. I'm off the market, folks.
I'm leaving late.
Haas is the only single STT crew. So all those groupies out there, all you single women out there, Haas is your go-to guy. Hound him down. Hit him up on the private message. He'll be waiting for you. Thanks for tuning in. So long.
Thank you for listening to Stock Traders Talk Radio. All views and topics talked about on Stock Traders Talk Radio is solely for entertainment purposes. We are not professional financial advisors and always recommend you seek the advice of a professional financial advisor. Never invest in any stock featured on our show unless you can afford to lose your entire investment. The information contained on our show is based on sources which we believe to be reliable, but is not guaranteed by us as being accurate, and might not be a complete statement or summary of the available data. Stock Traders Talk Radio advises that the investments in companies profiled are commonly considered to be high risk, and use of the information provided is at the investor's sole risk. Thank you for listening to Stock Traders Talk Radio.